think it was the 14th of April last year. I have to check exactly, but I think it was the 14th of April that we began to tear this wall down and tore out all the walls upstairs. We started tearing this wall down. And you have a heart to move that community forward in positive ways. What does it mean to feel like you have a responsibility as a person and as someone whose life has come alive spiritually, that you have a responsibility to have a positive influence and leave a positive legacy? And so we went through it all, and then as we began to continue to talk, they began to open their heart about their partner and some of the physical challenges that they were facing, etc., etc., and whether maybe the detox, the acupuncture that we do here could help. And we just talked for the longest time. When they were leaving, I said to them, at the beginning of this conversation, I talked to you philosophically about why we started this place. But at the end of our conversation, let me just point at our conversation and say, that's why we started this place. So we could have conversations just like that. Now, before we had this conversation, maybe I couldn't explain to you that we started this place for conversations. But after we've had this conversation, after you felt that there was something about this place that was a safe place to open your heart, that somehow there was a good vibe here, that there were good things happening here that could move your life forward in positive ways, when all of a sudden you began to share about things that perhaps you'd never shared before. I had a young man come in this week for detox. We talked for the longest time, and then I got an opportunity to begin to needle. It was probably one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen. When we do the detox with the acupuncture needles that we do, a lot of physical toxins come out of people's bodies, which is really positive for them, but a tremendous amount of emotional toxins come out. And I put the first needle in, and this big athletic young man began to sob as it just triggered and opened the door. And within 3 days of treatment, massive things were happening in his life. And I look at that and I say, this is why we have this place. It takes a lot of work. You know, I congratulate Addison for how hard he works here, the days and the hours that he put in. And now people have begun to volunteer. Shelley's volunteer every Thursday, and then they do a lot of extra hours as well. They're just gems. Way up on the Sunshine Coast this morning, enjoying a weekend with friends. Anna has begun to come in on Wednesdays and volunteer, and so we have fake staff along with our fake staff. And so it's good, you know. I mean, we're all here. I believe that one day the cafe will actually make money, you know. And the idea is that it will. I mean, eventually, I believe that this will be a thriving enterprise that will be able to underwrite all the things that we want to do in this community. Until that arrives, we just continue to work hard and keep our eyes on the prize. And so I value every input. I value every offering that you make from a church standpoint that allows us to continue to fund our outreaches, our community development outreach. I'm thankful for every hour you volunteer. I'm thankful for every word of encouragement. I'm thankful to be able to come down on a Sunday morning just like this and to share, because it's morning, we'll call it the Lord's breakfast with you. You know,